My biggest, I mean, there's like some days where I ask him, like, have I ruined your life?
Started an OnlyFans account.
Is that her last name?
He's taken her last name.
Coffee. Say. You're a whore. You're a whore. Just admit it. You're a whore. You whore yourself out online.
When you think of a controversial figure from the edgy era of YouTube in 2016, a handful of creators probably come to mind. leafyishere, filthyfrank, H3H3, but none compared to who we're going to be talking about in today's video. A creator that's become synonymous with any creator's public perceptions, with the expertise of a surgeon. Sadly, in recent years, he's done away with such a persona and become unbased and bluepilled. A lot of people citing Anissa for his change of character and writing off his content indefinitely. Today we'll be trying to figure out why people think Anissa did this. This is the reputation downfall of iDubbbz. Hello, my name is Amos. I make weekly video documentaries documenting degeneracy. If you want to be based and red pill, consider hitting that subscribe button. It always helps me keep motivated to make this scuffed content. And as always, thank you for watching. iDubbbz, real name Ian Washburn, started his YouTube journey on August 17th, 2012. iDubbbz would pioneer a new genre of YouTube with his YouTube Poop series.
So this brony dating sim has a funding goal of $7,500, which isn't that unreasonable. I think that's probably okay if this was a legitimate brony dating sim.
This was a series where he would find a very weird or obscure Kickstarter and make fun of it, or find a Kickstarter that was a scam and call it out. This series would gain iDubbbz a lot of attention and also would show to be somewhat reminiscent of his Content Cop series, which we'll get into in a little bit. iDubbbz around this time also had a series called Bad Unboxing. It also did pretty well for his channel.
Another episode of Bad Unboxing. Ever. But here I am. Right before your eyes. Fuck. Today we're going to unbox packages that you sent in as viewers.
The level of success from these series would not even compare to his Content Cop series. Content Cop was a series where iDubbbz would dissect somebody's career like a brain surgeon. Anytime iDubbbz would come out with a Content Cop, everybody would pray that it wasn't them. A lot of content creators' public perceptions died out from these Content Cops with people like Jinx Reload, Keemstar, and Tana Mongeau.
When we go visit Tana Mojual. Road trip! If I could clone Tana Mongoose, I would have 10,000 Tana Mongoose. Road!
To be fair, we can't really prove that it was necessarily their channel dying, even though a lot of people say that, because like for somebody like Jinx Reload, that was a reactionary channel. That was pretty much just kind of just fell off the face of the planet, so obviously we can't prove that. But there's no doubt that he definitely destroyed a lot of people's reputations. People like Keemstar would get bullied for months to come, but none compared to the Content Cop made on leafyishere.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Content Cop. As you can probably tell, I can hardly contain myself right now, because today is the day we get to bully Leafy.
leafyishere was a gameplay commentator who would carve out the genre of commentary that it is today for people like Grimsy, Pyrocynical, Scrubby, and others. leafyishere would bully internet celebrities, kids, and talk about other topics alike.
I swear to God, what the f is the internet anymore? Every single time I think the internet has gone completely insane. 1 week goes by and it gets 10 times worse. I swear to God, it always gets worse too. It always gets more crazy every single time. It's seriously like a
lot of people at the time thought Leafy was impenetrable. That wasn't until iDubbbz. This video would start a meme about Leafy where people would make fun of his chin. It would also mark the start of Leafy's credibility kind of just getting destroyed, and a lot of people marking this as to why Leafy probably took a 2-year break.
It's gorgeous. We got it all set up here. I'm gonna get out the bullhorn in a minute, and we're gonna see how many takers we have.
Content Cop in retrospect honestly was probably way too good and way better to anything iDubbbz does now. These Content Cops would make what iDubbbz is known for now and blow up his channel. Around this time, iDubbbz also started to hang out with more edgy people in a similar niche like filthyfrank.
You mad, bro? You mad, bro? Make me a sandwich, bitch!
H3H3.
Hey, what up, peeps? It's your boy Ethan from H3H3. The sun finally came out. It's a beautiful, nice, warm day here in New York City.
Max Mofo, and many more. Although iDubbbz was considered untouchable and the destroyer of channels, though he wouldn't be on that throne of grace for very much longer. Anissa is iDubbbz's wife. Through the years, she's Twitch streamed, had a YouTube channel, and has said some pretty controversial things.
As terrible as the Holocaust was, they found a couple of really groundbreaking discoveries.
Truth is that I've been a giant piece of shit for the past, God, I don't even know how many months at this point.
One thing to notice though, Anissa has also talked to people like Chris Raygun.
You know what you're doing?
What am I doing?
You're breaking my trust and in turn my heart. And I reach out my hand and I say, here, Chris, let's ignore the haters. Let's make a podcast anyways. And then you turn around and you, fine, we'll get your girlfriend on here.
And also to note, she has said in the past that before her and iDubbbz met, she was actually a pretty relevant streamer and bigger than what iDubbbz was, and then they basically flip-flopped, and you know, iDubbbz obviously became more popular than she was. Anissa still streams today, and as we're also going to get into, sells some interesting pictures on a pretty based website. Anissa, iDubbbz's wife, would come into the light when she made an OnlyFans. iDubbbz would justifiably get a lot of hate from this. iDubbbz probably made a lot of money from his YouTube channel, and a lot of people thought that this was just a pretty stupid move that she would even like want to make an OnlyFans. Because of the backlash, iDubbbz would make a video on the people making fun of his wife's OnlyFans.
And everything in between. And I think all of it is cool. Yeah.
A lot of commentary channels would make fun of this video, also pointing out the hypocrisy, because he made a video before saying how much he dislikes whores. In the response video, it would also bring up terrible points, and respond to a YouTuber named Atozy. One point Atozy made was that her OnlyFans could ruin future employment.
And then future jobs, they might be a little bit harder to come by.
I think this is one of the most important opinions to highlight because it really demonstrates a severe lack of real-world experience when you're saying that future jobs are going to be harder to come by because of an OnlyFans account. Like, if you think this affects your standing or your social credibility in getting jobs, you are so sadly
iDubbbz would bring this up and try to refute it, saying, no, it doesn't. Which, as most people know, that sex work can, like, most definitely ruin your future employment. This video would show iDubbbz straight up coping, and to this day, he still gets shit on for it. A lot of comments on his video would also say how retarded this decision was. This controversy would mark the start of iDubbbz's reputation decline and show that he wasn't this impenetrable force. This would also be where a lot of people thought that Anissa would start to ruin his career. Sam Hyde is one of the most edgy and controversial internet figures ever. He started his career on YouTube, had a show on Adult Swim, and is currently on MDE.tv.
Well, with loud noises or sudden confrontation. Sometimes when people are too loud, it brings back bad memories.
Ah, fuck!
iDubbbz, after getting heat for this twerk video, will move on to make documentaries. These documentaries included Airsoft Fatty and Sam Hyde.
What do you have, a list of questions?
Yeah.
What?
You can't see
You
them.
better not surprise me with anything.
You're gonna get hella surprised.
You better not. What are you gonna do, iDubbbz? I want to see the question. All right, go ahead.
iDubbbz originally wasn't going to release this documentary on his YouTube channel because of the events that we're about to get into. iDubbbz eventually did have to release it though when Sam Hyde released clips of it, because he spent over $15,000 on it and wanted people to see it.
Footage from that?
Yeah.
Because the footage, I don't think the footage is going to be released.
Gotcha.
What do you think about that? Here's the thing. We don't want to like put iDubbbz on blast or do anything weird. iDubbbz came out, he shot a like documentary with me and Nick and the crew here, and we took like 2 weeks of our time and shot a bunch of shit that's like really awesome, and we spent like we rented all that shit. We
rented a T-Rex.
Spent fucking $15,000 on the thing. So
iDubbbz released the documentary on February 2nd, 2022. The documentary starts off with iDubbbz walking into Sam's supposed office, meeting his girlfriend.
I really didn't know how to feel. I would say that the rest of the guys made me medium level uncomfortable. Danny made me extremely uncomfortable.
Sam Hyde then took iDubbbz for a drive and kind of acted like a psychopath, but like in a funny way.
2 spicy deluxe sandwiches also. He just reported me for not having a mask. You can take that mask off now. I like to pretend the Chick-fil-A girls are my own private harem and they exist to serve. Take the mask off, Jesus Christ. They exist to serve me.
Doesn't like the mask.
Sam Hyde the same day took iDubbbz under a bridge to box. Sam Hyde talks a lot about this, saying that this is the reason iDubbbz got into boxing and created Creator Clash.
That's it. Go, dude. That's really actually Korean. Can you believe that? It sounds like Star Wars. It sounds like I made it up. If I was a civilization, I would have thought of something better.
Then iDubbbz went to meet Sam Hyde's partner in comedy, Nick, and Sam Hyde whips in with a brand new car.
An idiot.
What the hell? That's a black shit stain. Those things are rare.
Oh.
I can't fucking believe you sent me a picture of that thing. He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, you bringing that fucking shit?
Yeah.
Yo. Uh-oh.
Hey, is this your first time driving stick?
Yes.
Okay. And now you can go ahead and fully take your foot off the clutch. Brake in the middle. You want to know? Hey, you want to know the shortcut to being a master of the Polaris slingshot? Think Ferrari.
iDubbbz would seem to enjoy the ride in it and have a good time. Towards the end, iDubbbz finally interviews Sam Hyde, asking why he copyright striked his video on his brony Kickstarter poop video.
Yes. There were some creators at the time who made videos about this fake pony project.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you one of them?
I was one of them.
What did I do?
Do you have any guesses?
Did I say fuck you or something?
No, you copyright claimed the video.
Really?
Yes. And then you sent me an email.
I mean, I don't do most copyright claims. What was the email?
The email was, I will release the copyright claim on your video if you can send me a video of yourself squatting 200 pounds below parallel.
Why didn't you do that? You'd be so much stronger now if you'd done that.
Yeah.
Which, for those of you who don't know about the situation, basically Sam Hyde would make a fake Kickstarter as a joke, and he did say that if he got enough money, he would actually make the thing.
Damn them. The thing is, I would have made it into a game. Yeah. Like I didn't want to get a class action lawsuit from these people that didn't have a game developed. I was gonna actually make a fucking game. It would have been like hilarious, but like the people now looking back, they're like, yeah, it's a shame it was a scam because Pukey Pony, who did the art concepts and everything, actually managed to make them sexy, but it was all my ideas, like so they're like lamenting the fact that the sexy ponies that I designed.
Slightly after this clip, Sam Hyde spilled the beans, saying that all of the last 2 days were fake. The whole documentary, Sam Hyde basically gaslighted iDubbbz from the girlfriend to the office.
Relationship with Danny. Has she been on drugs since she met you?
She's been on drugs since before she met me. So if you're implying that I've driven her to drug use, you are incorrect.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's what I wanted to sort of get out of the way.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad we got that out of the way.
Have you tried to get her any help?
No, seeing as she's a girl I paid $500 to shave her head and pretend to be my girlfriend, no, I haven't tried to get her any help. Should you want me to try?
Well, okay.
I don't know her that well. It's probably not my business to get her off drugs. Also, I think I told her to put her hand in your pocket and pretend to be on drugs.
Shut up.
Are you serious? You think I would date a girl that has her hair shaved like that?
Yes.
You think I'm a fucking mental case?
Yes.
No, actually, well, I've known her for a long time. And
this is so upsetting to me right now.
You think I'm a fucking millionaire. You think I have a shit-ass office like this?
Shut up.
This would make iDubbbz look even more stupid than he did with the whole OnlyFans situation. During an interview with Brandon Buckingham, Sam Hyde and Jet Neptune would talk about how they were not let into the first Creator Clash event. He said that iDubbbz was right at the door the second they got there, just so that they weren't trying anything, they just wanted to support Harley and the person they trained with for this event.
Invite only pre-party. It's called a mixer, the weigh-in mixer, bro. We came up, all four of us. The worst case scenario in our heads, we're planning ahead, like on the car ride. We're like, what if Ian's there? What if iDubbbz there? What do we tell him? Because we have a history. And we're hoping we come in. We know iDubbbz is going to be there. We're hoping we come in, we see iDubbbz, and he's like, hey, surprised to see you, you know? Wave, smile. I'd shake his hand. We're like, yeah, excited for tomorrow. But it wasn't like that. We walk in, and the first thing that happens is, of course, worst case scenario, he's immediately at the front door.
Also, iDubbbz lost his fight, and this would start his pussy art. This would mark the start of iDubbbz molding all over the internet to anybody that dare criticize his wife. Froggy Fresh is a rapper that became popular in the beginning of YouTube by making really bad rap songs and parodies.
Shoes, clovers and blue moons. You'll become a bad guy when you...
In Creator Clash 2, Froggy Fresh was originally invited to fight, but iDubbbz decided to kick him on March 25th, 2023. This all started because Froggy Fresh would decide to train for the event with Sam Hyde. iDubbbz hated this and would reach out to him saying that he doesn't want him training with Sam Hyde, but not really. He basically was saying it like without saying it. Because iDubbbz and File say, hey, you can't train with Sam Hyde, Froggy would still go and train with Sam anyways. Anissa for some reason also reached out to him, and instead of saying, hey Froggy, we don't really want you training with Sam Hyde, she just said, hey Froggy, are you doing okay? Froggy didn't reply to this, obviously. Like, why would she even respond to the event's runner's wife like, hey, yeah dude, I'm doing just fine? This makes iDubbbz look like he can't just talk and resolve an issue by himself. A couple hours later, Froggy would be dropped from the card. Because of this, people would start destroying iDubbbz, saying that he's a loser for taking him out of the card because he doesn't like Sam Hyde. A lot of people didn't really like this response and thought Froggy should still be on the card. In the Creator Clash event, Froggy's opponent Chris Raygun would also go on to fight a different opponent on the card. In the Creator Clash event, Froggy's opponent Chris Raygun would go on to fight a different person, except for a lot of people thought that this was a very unfair fight because the fighter that Froggy got replaced with is like way shorter than him, making it so that basically Chris Raygun would destroy this person. Weeks later, iDubbbz would release a video talking about the Froggy situation. He first addresses the past content cops and how he isn't that anymore, and talks about how he did a lot of bad things, and even though he did do some good on the internet, he still thinks he did a lot of bad, which honestly just makes him look like a pussy because a lot of those people just deserve to get shit on, like leafyishere and Rice Gum that like bullies people, and like Tana that literally told you to kill yourself, and then you want to like backtrack on the video even though she told you to literally kill. Then he addresses how Froggy Fresh was indeed kicked from Creator Clash because of Sam Hyde, which a lot of people were speculating at the time.
From the card, the one indication I gave him was Sam Hyde, and I wasn't unclear about that.
Then he goes on to show clips of Froggy making fun of people at Creator Clash.
Weird, tender, soft people. Creator Clash people are real like these type of people. You know what I mean?
The event itself.
This is really like the patty cake league for like social media boxing. You know?
He doesn't like the culture of Creator Clash, and he mentioned that.
And Chris Raygun and all these people, it's like some big ethos worshiping party at these things. And I don't get it. I don't get what all this shit is all about. Like everybody's there to worship ethos or fucking ethos or like touching ethos titty or pussy.
Then he brings up text where iDubbbz tries to tell without telling Froggy that he can't train with Sam Hyde. Froggy keeps asking, hey, can I work with Sam Hyde and still go to Creator Clash? Yes or no? And iDubbbz just wouldn't give out a straight answer, which obviously wouldn't have been a big deal if iDubbbz just came out and said, hey, you cannot work with Sam Hyde and still box at my event. But anyways, then iDubbbz basically just goes on to ask Froggy if he could just not post Sam Hyde content until after the fight.
Box anymore. It's like, come on. If you look at my text exchange with Froggy, it's very clear that I didn't want to kick him from the card. I got to the point where I was like, okay, I don't want you working or training with Sam Hyde, but you're doing that, so all right, I'll look past it. I don't want you making content with Sam Hyde, but it seems like that's a real deal breaker for you, so I guess I'll look past it. It came to the point where I was like, can you postpone releasing content with Sam Hyde?
But then Froggy will like make a couple tweets about Sam Hyde, and then iDubbbz basically says, hey, this is the content I told you not to do, which obviously tweets is not content. And I honestly feel like iDubbbz is like reaching for this. Like I don't really feel like Twitter is like really content at all. Like you're just texting basically. This whole response video obviously was really bad, and honestly is very reminiscent of his OnlyFans response video that like had really bad points exactly like this video. Also, I do want to note that iDubbbz went on a podcast a little bit before this whole Froggy Fresh drama and would literally diss his old fans.
I did not like the interactions that I had with fans. There were quite a few human beings that I interacted with that just sucked because I attracted a lot of people who sucked. Some people were very much like antisocial, weird, basement dwellers. You know, the one time a month that they come out of their cave and they run into me, their favorite YouTuber.
Obviously, this is a terrible thing to say because his fans made him, and it's also pretty funny that like he's dissing fans that say racial slurs when you have like clips like this.
Say
In conclusion, I think iDubbbz is either going to go down the route of H3H3 or he's going to die out eventually. With his poor responses, his falling off of grace, and him literally dissing his fans. I think iDubbbz could possibly come back from this if he realizes that people just want to see him be edgy. But until then, this is the career downfall of iDubbbz.